Good morning everyone, welcome back. In our previous video we were discussing topic promoting positive health and well-being in chapter 3. In this chapter we have discussed some important points and today we will move further in this topic. Next point is 12 points we have already discussed. 13th point is social support. Social support is defined as the existence and availability of people on whom we can rely upon, people who let us know that they care about, value and love us. Someone who believes that she or he belongs to a social network of communication and mutual obligation experiences. Social support, perceived support, like the quality of social support is positively related to our health and well-being, whereas social network, the quantity of social support is unrelated to well-being because it is very time consuming and demanding to maintain a larger social network. Studies have revealed that women exposed to life event stresses who had a close friend were less likely to be depressed and had lesser medical complications during pregnancy. Social support can help to provide protection against stress, and people with high level of social support from family and friends may experience less stress. When they confront a stressful experience, they may cope with it more successfully. Here is about social support, maybe in the form of tangible support, or we can say it assistance involving material aid such as money, goods, services, etc. For example, a child gives notes to his or her friend since he or she was absent from school due to sickness. So family and friends also provide informational support about stressful events. For example, a student facing a stressful event such as difficult board examination, if provided information by a friend who has faced a similar one, would not only be able to identify the exact procedure involved, but also it would facilitate in determining what resources and coping strategies could be useful to successfully pass the examination. So during time the stress when may experience sadness, anxiety and loss of self-esteem. So supportive friends and family provide emotional support by reassuring the individual that she or he loved, valued and cared for. So this is all about social support. Next is in this chapter resilience and health. How these two words related to each other. Resilience. In recent years there has been a lot of research in understanding resilience in children and adolescents. Resilience is a dynamic development process referring to the maintenance of positive adjustment under challenging life conditions. It has been described as the capacity to bounce back in the face of stress and adversity. So resilience has been conceptualized as reflecting feeling of self-worth and self-confidence, autonomy and self-reliance, finding positive role models, seeking a confident cognitive skills such as problem solving, creativity, resourcefulness and flexibility, and a belief that one's life has purpose and meaning. This is all about resilience. So resilience has recently been defined in terms of three resources. Three resources are there. First is I have. I have means social and interpersonal strengths. Social and interpersonal strengths involved in it, like people around me I trust and who love me no matter what. So this is example of this I have. Next one is I am, means it involves inner strength, means respectful of myself and others, how I respect myself and others. This is an example of I am. Next is I can, means interpersonal and problem solving skill involved in it. An example is here finding way to solve problem I face. जो भी problem मैं face कर रहा हूँ उसको कैसे solve किया जाए. For a child to be resilient, she or he needs to have more than one of these strengths. For example, child may have plenty of self-esteem, I am, but may lack anyone whom they can turn to for support, I have, and do not have the capacity to solve problem, means I can, will not be resilient. Outcomes of longitudinal studies of children provide evidence that in spite of extreme vulnerabilities related to poverty and other social disadvantages, many individuals develop into capable and caring Attitude. Here is, you can see that example I have already given to you about examination anxiety. Next is here adjustment and adaptation. Adjustment and adaptation. About adjustment. Adjustment is a continuous process by which a person varies his behavior to produce a more harmonious relationship between himself and his environment. Next point in this, adjustment helps us to keeping balance between our need and capacity to meet these needs. Adjustment is a subjective process. It is related to some objects and it varies from culture to culture. Next point is in this, adjustment is the end product of coping. Next one is about adaptation. Adaptation is structural or functional change that enhances the organism's survival value. It is a biological mechanism. In general, we can say adaptation is a term used in biological sciences for learning new ways for survival, whereas adjustment is psychological process to cope with the demands of self and the environment. This is about adjustment and adaptation. Next is positive psychology. Positive psychology systematically investigate the positive aspects, that is the strengths and virtues of human beings, such as wisdom, knowledge. In wisdom and knowledge, some points are here: curiosity, love, emotional intelligence, etc. In courage, bravery and industry integrity. In justice, loyalty and equity, leadership. Temperance, self-control, prudence, modesty. And transcendence, excellence, gratitude, hope and optimism. Jest is involved in this point, transcendence. So this is about positive psychology. So today we have completed our chapter 3, meeting life challenges. Next time we will start chapter 4, psychological disorder. Thank you.